religion, whatever it might be, we come together, and celebrate. And even this tricolor, that is what it suggests that as Indians, we come together, celebrate. This is the only occasion where we don't look for all the reasons, but we become one. Usually we think that whenever we have Indian matches and all, that is when we come together, but those are all temporary things. This is one such occasion, really make us united. Now, as we all know that today we are celebrating 75th Independence Day. Usually whenever we think about the Independence Day, we get only few faces of our national leaders who sacrificed their lives to bring us this freedom. But does it mean that they are the only people who really sacrifice their lives? Because hardly we know few names. We can count on our fingers, the names. Usually few names come to our mind. It can be Nehru or Gandhi or Subhash Chandra Bose or Bhagat Singh. Few more. But if we go a little deeper, we understand that these are the only few people because they were a little famous. That is why those names come to our mind. But there are hundreds, thousands, lakhs of people who sacrificed their lives to bring us this freedom. Especially today we are able to breathe this freedom breathes, freedom wins because of their sacrifice. But one more thing I would like to remind you at this time. Today we are celebrating 75th Independence. So around 200 years we were slaves under the clutches of Britishers. Now just imagine how could they succeed to lead us for 200 long years. 200 long years they ruled us. Don't you think it is something crazy? Because they were in thousands. Those who ruled us, they were only in thousands. Those Britishers were only in thousands, but we were in crores, maybe around 30 crores or something at that point of time. Now, how could they rule us instead of they being only in thousands, ruled crores of people? Something that we need to really understand. One thing that I personally understand was it was not possible to rule so many crores of people without the support of our people. Our own people supported them, helped them to rule us for such 200 long years. I hope everybody is able to understand what I am trying to say. 200 years we were ruled by them because of the support of some of the selfish Indians. Sorry to say this, but that is the truth. So guys, but somehow, maybe yes, we were ruled for such a long time, but somehow we got freedom. Now today we are completely free. Now no one has any right to put us under pressure, and we are not slaves to anybody. We are free. Yes, we are free. Now, if there is any person who would bring us back to that slavery, who is that person? We ourselves. మనని మళ్ళీ ఆ బానిసత్వంలోకి మళ్ళీ నెట్టేది ఎవరు తెలుసా? Not Britishers. Britishers won't dare to come back again. They respect us not so much. But if there is somebody who would make us or get us back to that slavery, is we ourselves. We ourselves. So guys, now do you think that we are not? Do you think that we are completely free today? Yes, we are free. We are free from teachers, but just now I got a call. It is from SDLC. We are slaves to these mobile phones. We are slaves to these mobile phones. We are slaves to television sets. We are slaves to many other addictions. Especially I am talking to the youth. I am not saying that we as grown up, we are not slaves to anybody. Even sometimes we are also slaves to something or the other. But especially today I would like to talk to these youngsters. Let us not become slaves again to these digital instruments, but let us really enjoy the freedom that Those people brought us by sacrificing their life so that we really enjoy this independence, not just on August 15th, but also on each and every day. Do you know when would that come? When you really completely become free from all these digital electronic gadgets and completely give time to yourself. You know that sometimes we don't even give time to ourselves, we give our time to somebody else, and they get views, they earn money, and we will be only talking about them. Whenever few cricket lovers come together and talk about, how did Dhoni play yesterday? Game Undamama match super started. I am speaking in Hyderabad language. Chala super garden. So then they praise the people, they talk about the captaincy, they keep spreading this news to as many people as possible, and they think that they are Indians. Just by talking about cricket, they feel that that patriotism is there in our every nerve of our body. Do you think cricket is the only sport that symbolizes the patriotism? There are many other sports. So, if possible, let us also keep promoting other sports also. I'm not saying I'm against cricket. Actually, basically, I'm a cricket lover. Some of the seniors know it. We even played cricket in Victory. If you see some, about you can photos. We played. I'm not against all this.
BPL.
Yeah, we played this BPL. Victory Premier League. We played in stadium. So what I'm talking, guys, now is, instead of we talking about those famous rich, Dhoni and all these are very rich people, so they earn because of we making them famous. Yes, nothing wrong. We should talk about our Indians. We should talk about their sportsmanship, their abilities. Nothing wrong. But the day should come when other people also should talk about each one of us in a good way. In a good way. There are two ways we can become famous. We can become famous by doing good things. Opposite is also true. By doing some bad things also we can become famous. So that is called notoriously we become famous. Notorious means becoming famous for negative reasons. That is called notorious. Okay. So now you decide. Do you celebrate your Independence Day only on August 15th or every single day by freeing yourself from the clutches of these electronic gadgets and giving time to yourself, to your family, to the society? And yes, one more thing is also important, that is our spiritual connection with God. So when you become free from all this, definitely one day you really enjoy the freedom, and that is when you feel proud about yourself and the people around you. Even we feel very proud of yourself, because we want our students to become something great. That is possible when you take your time for yourself and invest in your time on those things which will build your career. I keep talking about this, my students, that keep giving your time, keep investing your time on those things in which you become, you want to become famous. Like I tell you, if you watch, recently also I was talking to the students, if you spend 10 to 12 hours on watching some stand-up comedy show, Jabardast program, dance program, D show, I don't know how many programs are there because we don't watch TV, but if you are watching 10 to 12 hours, is it good or bad?
Bad.
Bad. It is good if you watch. If your goal is to want to become a stand-up comedian, if you want to become an actor, that is good thing you are doing. If you are spending 10 to 12 hours on watching those television programs, it is good. But that is not your goal. That is not your goal. You have a separate goal. So where should you invest your time? Not on Jabardast program, not on the D shows or some other shows. Maybe few minutes you can watch, but on those things which will build your career, which will make your career better. And is there any ambiguity? Ambiguity means confusion about your careers. Is there any confusion? Suppose if you are doing BCom course, Do you know how many routes do we get? You can get into marketing, you can do administration, you can go to HR. There are so many ways. But you don't have that confusion. Your goal is very straight. You either join for hotel management or aviation management. So is that not good enough to have a focus? Yes, it is very much clear. So invest your time on your course related, career related, either hotel management related or aviation management related. Then you are spending your time proper way. If you are spending your time, on other unnecessary programs, watching unnecessary stuff, that will never make your career better. I'm sorry, I'm taking too much time. I know I'm giving you the lecture today also, but on this special occasion, I just want to remind you all that let us make use of our time to the most, so that one day we will become famous, you all become famous, and somebody else would be talking about you. Then really you will feel very proud of yourself and also your family. Okay, have a great Independence Day. Continue to celebrate this Independence Day not just today but throughout your life. Thank you so much.